Hey guys, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I am here to give you guys my final recap and final thoughts on My Hero Academia Season 4 on episode 25. Now, I'm pretty sure if you guys have been keeping up with the news, you'll understand you'll understand what's been going around and what is to be coming. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Endeavor faces off against the engineered Nomu whatsoever, but it looks like to me Endeavor seems to be struggling against this thing because its regeneration powers is very phenomenal. Like, every time that anything gets burnt off on this thing, he regenerates really quickly. Not only that, even though Endeavor looked like he defeated the Nomu ended up attacking him by surprise, and it looks like he took his left eye, which really sucks. And his children are watching from the TV or the computer, whichever one you may call it, etc. And it looks like to me things are not looking so well for everybody. While the news reporter says that Endeavor is injured and he can't seem to fight, we have someone like him backing up Endeavor. Says, "You idiot! Don't go saying things like that. Do you have any idea who's out there risking his life to protect us? His flames are still burning. His light is still sparkling, or his fire is still lit up. Don't go saying things saying that it's all over, And we see too that Todoroki does watch his father from the TV in despair a bit, because he knows that he remembers these words from his father that I will become a hero that you could be really proud of, that kind of thing. And we see to it that that everybody is still watching Endeavor fight, while Endeavor later on still continues to do his best to fight this Nomu, and Hawks does his best to assist him by protecting a lot of innocent lives and uses feathers to assist Endeavor. But as you know, Hawks does mention in his mind, the less feathers I have, the less speed and power that I could produce, And we get to see this now and then, to see that Hawks is still trying to help Endeavor, but struggles to do so with if his feathers are not really doing much, But as the episode continues on, Endeavor still uses his flames to push himself against the Nomu or fight against it, but still struggles to do so as he uses his flames to propel himself to fight the Nomu. Eventually, the Nomu will later on launch him into the air so high up into the sky where Endeavor is allowed to use everything he's got, Even though he hates this word or motto in high school called plus ultra, Hawks knows that Endeavor's always been the guy who's always trying to reach All Might no matter what. It shows an image where Hawks sees Endeavor in a mental image where he's trying to build a bridge or something to try to cross to where All Might is at, And we see to it that Endeavor ends up activating everything he's got of Prominence Burn and defeats the Nomu, and he stands up tall with his fist in the air, just like how All Might did back then when he always had his victory now and then, And we see to it that Todoroki can only bow down and be somewhat happy that his father did great, Even though he doesn't show it like that, it seems like he's okay. Now, I'm not going to talk about the post-credit scene because it'd be too much for me to give out. And, that's it. I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to talk about the post-credit scene. All I know is that's going to be important in the future. And as you can see, the end of the title, the very end of the episode says to be continued in Season 5. So pretty much there will be a 5th season. Obvious from the get-go. I mean, if you guys are manga readers, you will understand that there will be a lot of seasons of Hero Academia to come. So I don't know how this one's going to play out, but one thing for sure, yeah. And a lot of things too. Who knows? Like I said, I'm not going to talk a lot about that post-credit scene along with what's to come in Season 5. All I could tell you is just get ready. That's all I could tell you. But whatever. that's about it. You know, I know you guys might be thinking, like, is this really it? I mean, in your recap, there's nothing much I can say. All I could tell is, like, Endeavor struggles to fight against the Nomu, you know, and he lost his left eye, which really sucks, man. And his kids and everyone else is watching on TV or from a laptop or computer. And things together like that all together, yeah. All I know is like, it's getting really crazy and intense all around, but yeah. Okay, now to give you guys my final thoughts on overall in Season 4. Now, a lot of people, and I've been reading a lot of discussions and comments where people are pretty disappointed with Season 4, and I can understand why. I mean, like, when it comes to Season 4 with the overhaul arc, it could have been adapted better, but unfortunately, it didn't become to people's expectations, and they kind of become very upset. Not to mention, there were still some comparisons in the anime to the manga that they messed up on, and I can't blame them for that. I mean, we have a lot of Hero Academia fans out there who always sees each season of Hero Academia has been really nice and has been living up to its standards for their fans, or possibly beyond that. But I guess this season for everyone, I guess it didn't come out too well for them, which I can understand why. Even, you know, the school festival arc, I'm pretty sure a lot of people hated that arc, which is understandable, because it's kind of like pointless, and what's the point of all that? But when it came to the overhaul arc, you know, a lot of people were pretty happy, but not many were satisfied. I mean, the fight with Mirio against Overhaul, there should have been a narration said, but it was never put in there, which is really upsetting for a lot of people, which I am pretty upset about too. I mean, I remember reading this in the manga, and there was a narration where Mirio still continued to fight, and he still kept standing, you know? But if everything, I still think it did somewhat of a fine job, although it could have been a little bit better, and I will be honest with you, like, the school festival arc does seem a little pointless, but I can understand why it needed to be there. I mean, with all the intensity that happened in the overhaul arc, we needed to, like, take a breather. Tell me about it, right? But, yeah. I mean, like, this season of Hero Academia, there's been some problems here and there. I mean, like, there were some issues with the overhaul arc, and the remedial arc is not something that everyone is really enjoying about. I can understand why. Like I said, this season of Hero Academia, not everybody is really happy with where it went, especially if the overhaul arc could have been adapted or been done better. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans would have been satisfied or happy with it, but with how it went this season, not a lot of people were happy or satisfied, which is understandable. So, for me, what is my opinion? It could have been better. I mean, like, all I know is like, when I read this in the manga, I understand why it needed to be there, but it could have been better adapted if they adapted every scene correctly, or did not mess up on a couple scenes where a lot of people has been comparing it from the anime to the manga, you know, because there were some things that should have been there in terms of the frames and pictures, you know, but yeah. So overall for me, I think it went okay, but could have been better. So what would be my overall score, you'll be asking me, which I always give out. So I'd say around like 6 to a 7 out of 10. I mean, in terms of adaptation, it did wise, but in terms of like the story arcs in season 4 and everything all together, it wasn't that great. I mean, like, overhaul arc could have been better, but whatever. But there's a 5th season to come out. We don't know when, but hopefully it'll come out either next year or sometime. They could surprise us. It could come out this year. I don't know. I mean, it's still in the books, or still still in the works with whatever studio is going to pick that up, or I'm pretty sure Studio Bones would do it. I mean, we'll have to see. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!